I think he's doing his little stupid intro thingy.
Yeah, I just unmuted you so you could say that. Thank you, Travis.
No problem. Did I get it? Did you mute me in time or no?
No, I unmuted you just in time for you to say he's probably doing his stupid little intro thing.
Dude, I've got the timing of a god.
God's sake.
But now game start, yes?
Yes,
start.
for fuck's sake, you whingy little bitch.
We just got the final. We killed the final guy where he shit on the table or something like that, right?
No.
Blood something.
So
He shit blood on the table. Remember?
Big old bloody poop.
You guys were involved with the Resistance, who asked you to go investigate a ritual they believe that was happening somewhere behind Felmore, a massive fortification castle-y thing up in the mountains. Travis lost his mind ages ago. Anyway, so you guys trekked your way through there. You end up fighting an illusion octopus, which Travis loved. Travis loved the illusion octopus. And
we should have more of those.
Yeah, I agree, Delta. I agree. And as you hear Travis rapidly and aggressively typing. And also a giant crocodile, which did a fair whack of damage to old Doshi there.
That was fun.
You took a short rest and traveled on further, just in time to come across a ritual at its very end. You fought the guards and the shite in question. Two of them seeming to be unnatural. Both the captain and a man who was tied to a ritual table, who stopped moving when you first entered, but after the first round of combat ended up breaking free of his bonds and falling flat on his face. But then got up and did some weird tentacle shit with his chin. However, you guys did dispatch them rather easily, and acquired from them various loot, which I won't go over again. And now you're here, in a cave, in the mountains. It's cold.
Well,
I hope you all enjoyed my brilliant recap.
Gonna put on the boots of the Winterland, so I can attune to them later.
Yep. Can do. Can't remember if they require attunement or not. Actually, now I think about it, they probably do.
Yes, it says it right there on
perfect.
the tin.
Perfect. Well done.
Yeah, I know the thing that I took requires attunement as well.
I can't remember what I gave you guys.
I got bracers of archery. So did you roll well for our loot on the next dungeon?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Well,
maybe I didn't roll.
We should probably make our way out of here immediately. We don't know if the garrison at Fillmore may have...
Oh, shit. Important thing that you guys did discover last time that I forgot to recap is Greg, the cleric person who's now traveling with you as part of the Resistance. He investigated the rings that were on the two more demonic-esque guards. And he learned that these rings... I can't remember exactly what he learned, but something along the lines of these rings were used to seal demons inside of people.
Oh yeah, we got that.
Yeah.
Last time. Yeah.
Yeah. Old cleric boy over there figured that out.
I'm cleric boy.
With some fucking good rolls from memory. Yeah, good like religion and insight.
Wow, that's rough.
Okay.
Anyway.
Right. We should probably return as fast as possible. We don't know if the garrison at Fillmore may have noticed that there's a presence.
Yeah, we should probably run as fast as we can.
That does sound smart. Anything you'd like to do
Let's
before
go.
you leave this cave and never return?
I'm gonna just roll a general investigation of the cave and see if there's anything special about it.
Ooh, that's quite a high roll.
We already did that, didn't we?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
remember.
Um,
I don't remember, so I did it anyway.
Yeah, there might be some things I missed. Apart from just there are some generic magic ritual items like candles and chalk and shit like that. But with Greg's religion and insight from the game before, he probably would determine that was just part of the ritual to use these rings to seal the demon inside the people. But if you want, you can take some black candles with you.
No, I don't need those stupid things. Let's get out of here.
All right, all good.
Like actual black candles?
Yeah.
Or just literal black candles?
As in candles with black wax. What do you mean literal black?
Don't worry about it. It's a witch thing. There's a black candle.
Okay.
Don't worry.
As you guys must wade through chillingly cold water and to leave this cave system once again. You collect the horses, but now it's getting relatively late. It's like mid to late afternoon. The sun is already behind the mountains, being that close to the mountains themselves. So you'll get your in cold, cool shadow, being this high up, you're quite fucking cold. Yeah. You'd probably all take a level of exhaustion, I'll say, to represent that. As you just you get up on your horses and you guys are just shivering. Don't be you guys are drenched in this cold mountain stream water. You're a bit fucked, as it were, temperature wise. You're just sitting there, you pull out spare blankets and your saddlebags, what have you. You have them wrapped around yourselves, and you're just vibrating on your horse's seat, just trying to keep warm.
Should we take a short break to heat up? Maybe.
I think we should head a bit into the forest first. It would probably be a bad idea if we stopped at the mouth of the cave to heat up. You know?
Yeah.
That is
So we should probably run off into the forest a little bit.
That is a smart idea. So you guys make your way down the mountainside, and you quite quickly and intentionally deviate from the path that you took to get up here, which was more or less just following the stream. You go a bit further into the woods. Do people want to make me a nature and/or survival check?
Yeah.
You do.
Pretty good roll right there.
Yeah. That's an even better one.
There you go. Actually, it's only one better. He just has a better natural. Survival.
So, between both Mycelian and Doshi, I'd say Doshi and Greg, literally all three of you, you find the perfect campsite. It's completely hidden, it's in a depression, surrounded by trees, so you can light a fire there, and by the time the smoke would become visible at above the treetops, it'd be so dispersed it would be all but invisible, if not just simply completely invisible.
So take a short rest.
Well, that's the thing. So it's also getting a bit late-ish now, so it might actually be an idea to take a long rest if you want. Up to you. Or you can travel on through the night.
That's a good idea.
I think it's best if we
take a short rest here and then make our way towards a town where we can get a proper rest.
You also find plenty of dry firewood, I was going to say, before I was cut off and I cried. Yeah. It's up to you guys when Travis wants to stop messaging Axonite or whoever the fuck they're messaging.
Roman, in fact. It was Roman.
Oh, okay.
Because he fell asleep and he's now awake. What do you want from me?
Jesus Christ. I can't remember now, actually. Yeah, so you guys found a campsite. Doshi's saying, it's getting, like, late afternoon. Doshi's saying you guys, like, travel on through the night kind of thing and just stop here for, like, an hour just to warm yourselves up and dry off. Or do you want to stay here the night?
I think if we're going to keep traveling further, we should do it until it actually hits proper night and then stop for a camp. I don't think it would make sense to stop for a camp, pack up, keep going, and then stop again. Like, we should travel until we reach a limit of where, it's nighttime now. And then we'll have to stop and, stop for the night, really.
I mean, it's almost nighttime now. It's like only a few hours away.
How far are we from the nearest town that isn't Felmore?
Probably a while. Like, there's a town around Felmore, like a very small one. It's like a fort town kind of thing. So it's only, provides like the basic services of like, farms around Felmore, which you can get food from, smithies and that kind of shit. It's very, very basic. The closest proper town that would have an inn is, let me do the math here. Probably on horseback, it's probably about a day's travel. But you guys are also moving through the forest rather than on the path, so it might take a bit longer than that.
Okay.
All right. All right. Then let's keep moving until night falls, and then we make camp.
So you guys still rest for an hour here, though, to dry off and to have a short rest, or do you just find this campsite and then just move on instantly without stopping?
I think if we're going to stop, we should properly stop for the night, because there's no point in... We should, take a proper rest if we're going to stop. That's just my personal opinion. I'll follow whatever if there's a different, more... if Greg and Doshi agree on just a small rest, then I'll do that. But I think personally we should stop for the night if we're going to stop.
Yeah.
I won't gain anything from a short rest.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys doing? Are you staying?
I think we're stopping for them. Yeah, we're
Well,
just going to stay at the campsite, set up fully, and
Well, as far as I
stay
can
there
tell,
for the night.
there's two things you might be saying here. So one of them is that this campsite you found like mid to late afternoon, stopping there for the entire night and doing the full 8 hours, or you're going to not stop at this campsite at all, travel on until it's nighttime, and then find another campsite and stop there. for the
I think
night.
that would be the better option. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Because I think if we could go as far as we can into the night and then make up a make a campsite up and throw it together, then I think that's the best move.
Alright, so you're not stopping, you're
Yep.
going to travel. Alright, good to know.
Yep.
In that
Yep.
case, can I get everyone to make a constitution saving throw as you guys are traveling with like these wet, damp clothes, like from this mountain stream thing? You're fucking chilled. It's alright, you're all alright. Like, you're sitting there, like, you're having a fucking miserable time of it, especially like Mike Kelly of all people, but, you know, you're able to soldier on and you don't get another level of exhaustion. You wrap yourself with enough blankets and warm clothes and Like Kelly just like
I'm eating coffee beans and generating my own body heat.
yeah, exactly, doing shit like that. And
Everyone's
Yeah.
huddled around me because I'm just radiating, you know?
well, you're on horseback, so
They're as close to me as they can get. I'm hot. I'm like sweating, you know what I mean?
okay, yeah.
My
So-
character is just drenched in sweat, and the sweat is freezing to him.
Everyone else had to like roll because it was too cold. My Kelly had to roll because she was too hot. Perfect.
Literally.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, so in that case, do people want to roll me another survival or nature check to see if you can find a decent campsite?
Sure, why the fuck not?
All
Boom.
right.
Best campsite around.
Yeah, nobody else needs to roll if they don't want to. So, my Kelly just seems to find almost like a copy-paste location of the previous one, except it's even more secluded, even further back from the road, more well hidden, and has even greater supplies of firewood. There is, in fact, also a little cave at the bottom of the depression where you guys can like sit in, be dry, be warm, and be comfortable. You actually have a comfortable night.
You're welcome, boys.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll start the fire.
We didn't start the fire. It was always burning since the world's been turning.
I feel bad for Roman joining the call and having to hear that as the first thing, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of
I was
hearing
actually
things,
just about to say, I'm glad I come back this late. We're making wonderful progress.
so for your sake, Roman, now that you're back, now that you're here, everything that's happened is you guys left the cave, you were fucking cold, you found a campsite that was like really fucking good, but then thought, nah, fuck it. Then you found an even better campsite, and now you're there, you're getting dry, you're getting warm, you're getting comfortable. It's nice.
Getting horny.
Sure.
Well, I am gonna attune to my Boots of the Wonderlands while
Yep.
we're resting.
Ugh. You can do the
Yeah, I
hell.
probably would be attuning to my braces of archer or whatever.
How long does attunement take again?
That's a short rest, so an hour.
Oh, perfect. I thought
There we
so, but I wasn't sure. Yeah. Behind, hey, the world is full of monsters living here at the time. But, yep, that's right. You heard that. Anyway, so yeah, you guys with plenty of dry firewood. But honestly, with a roll like that, you probably found a previous like travelers' campsite, like where they had camped in the cave, but they'd sort of like a lot of dry wood in the cave to keep it from the damp and wet for when they inevitably came back. It was sort of like a hunter's, a hunter's stash of camping shit. It's probably like dried food there and all that good shit.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've started the campfire and I'm boiling coffee.
I had a feeling.
Would
I'm
anybody?
in water.
Does anybody want any coffee?
Sure. I could use
Nice.
a cup.
I brew the best coffee.
I mean, you'd expect so.
Do you like your
Yeah,
coffee
how-
strong or mild or weak?
Mild, please. Do we have any sugar or anything?
We do. I always do. In fact, I keep creamer with me as well. If you'd like cream in your coffee too.
Oh wow.
The
What?
only sugar we have is you.
Kitten, stop, please. Which dice
Do you
did
want
you
any
not
cream
play?
in the coffee?
Ah, yes, please.
All right.
Yeah,
You
Let's whip you up a beautiful cup of coffee for you.
Ah, oh, it's lovely.
Yeah, I've been drinking coffee since I was 5.
Kitten,
I've
what
been
are you
making it since I
doing?
was 10. My mother showed me how to make it.
Anyway, so you guys, you settle down, you have your long rest, what have you. From memory,
Yes.
Greg wanted to be woken up at like a certain time in the night so he could take watch, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Cool. Does Greg want to roll me a D100?
Be 100.
Yeah, that's right.
In the meantime, Mycelian doesn't even sleep. He's just there with Greg.
Very interesting roll. Yeah,
Oh
but
god. Some fucking dragon's gonna come out of the sky and just land on us and kill us all, isn't it?
no. So,
Some thick dragon.
would you be so kind as to make me a perception check there, old Mycelian? I really wish I hadn't. That's
Sure.
that's half it, Mike. So, as you're sitting there, like shortly after everyone's gone to bed, as you're sitting there just vibrating, happily to yourself, you hear a noise of branches breaking and the rustle of a large bush.
Not again.
Again, you look over, and emerging to the clearing is a giant bear. You suspect that the bear was going to make this cave its home for the winter. Or just in general, I don't know.
Lucky for that bear.
I would try and roll animal handling, but I've got -2, so I'd probably just get mauled.
Quite possibly. So,
I'm gonna just stand up and make myself as tall as I can.
are you going to try and intimidate it to scare it away?
Yeah, I mean, you might as well.
Roll an intimidation check. I like this idea. Fuck. And I'm going to roll like a wisdom throw for, I suppose, but it's bad at those. Oh, that's not good. So it sees you and it stops. And when you start, it looked like it was probably like, I can fucking take this. But as you've stood up, the fact that you stood up against it and you're making yourself look big has caused it to hesitate and say fuck,
To be
maybe.
fair, Mycelian is rather tall, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 200 centimeters or something like that.
Yeah, but also rather live. So yeah.
I mean, yeah, but I'm still,
But yeah,
lanky.
Don't get me wrong, it's kind of stopped and it's looking very uncertain. I was like, fuck, the fact that this thing's willing to go toe to toe with me means that maybe, it thinks it can take me, maybe it actually can. And the bear's kind of stopped and is being very hesitant. It hasn't left yet, though. But it does. Yeah, it's not approaching now, though.
Okay, I'm gonna yell at it to go away. She'll be like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Alright, make me another intimidation check.
Can I roll with advantage since I've already intimidated it?
Leave
A little bit.
Brittany alone.
No, it's lowered the DC, is what it's done. Your first one. You yell at it, and it's it was not expecting this massively loud shout. It startles, and then it starts fucking off. It leaves.
And everybody wakes up.
You do wake up everybody, this is true. But yeah,
That's
right,
fine.
you scared away the bear.
I just
Bear's
sit back
fair.
down and I think my vibrations helped because it probably couldn't see me very well either.
It
just
distorted your
like-
voice.
Yeah, I'm fading in and out of existence. You know what I mean? It's it sees me one moment and I'm not there the next. So it's probably
There's reverb on your voice.
Yeah.
get out of here.
My goals are beyond your understanding.
Yeah, so that's what happened. And yeah, other than, you guys being woke up in the middle of the night to Mycelian's weird reverb scream, you have a otherwise uneventful long rest. Like
I'm just gonna sit back down. Stupid fucking bear.
Good fucking bro.
and you wake up in the morning.
Man, I
And
should have rolled intimidation for the wolves. I don't know why I didn't think of that until now.
if anything, that would have been harder because there were a pack of them.
Yeah, true, but it could have helped.
And the wolves look like they were after you guys to, attack you and eat you, or more accurately, eat your supplies. The bear looked like he just was lumbering home, and oh shit, there's something there.
Yeah.
So very different mindsets.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. Anyway, so you guys wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. I'm going to take you to the map, because why not? Nothing better to look at. So, you camped in the middle of the forest, not too far from Felmore, because you had to kind of like descend from the mountains and go around a bit. So you're not going the most efficient path. So you travel on through the rest of the day. Actually, people just want to make me like some perception checks.
Sure.
Sure, I've been rolling alright.
I should just go back to bed.
Okay.
Rest up for your DM.
And I will roll a.
Contemplating it.
Nah,
So-
Greg's important.
Okay.
I was literally about to say Greg just like fades into the background and nobody notices.
Give me that stuff, bitch.
Just disperses into mist.
So, actually, let me double check, but I think just Doshi or Mike and Michaelian, but maybe even just Michaelian. Yes, hello, kitten. Hello. Good. Okay, just Michaelian actually. You're as you guys like kind of slowly riding your way through the forest. You can't go too fast with the trees and all that. You think you see movement of something shadowing you guys, keeping well back, but just you hear like movement, like the rustle of bushes and leaves when the wind should be quiet. You see birds kind of flutter off, obviously startled by something, and every now and then you see like something like when there's a little bit of a clearing, you see like something like dart between trees and cover.
I'm gonna alert the rest of the party to this existence of something shadowing us.
So they would definitely pick up on the more obvious signs, like birds fluttering and shit like that. And old Dochi, being experienced with these woods and what have you, would probably also then pick up on the more fainter signs of, like the bushes are moving when the wind isn't blowing and shit like that. But as for seeing like any signs of movement, it seems only Michaelian is like picking that out still.
Okay.
Pretty infrequent though, I will say that.
Alright. I'm gonna ask the rest of the party. So I'm sure you guys have also noticed the fact that something's shadowing us right now. Do you guys want to stop and see if we can deal with this, or do you want to just ignore it and keep going?
Let's ignore it for now.
Okay.
At least until we're in open area.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you guys ignore it, and you still, like Mike Keller, like you still, especially you, but the others as well now, do still kind of notice these signs, but it doesn't seem to get any closer. And when like evening arrives, like dusk is falling, and you leave the forest, and you see that town only like a few hundred meters in front of you. it seems as if it doesn't follow you out into the field. It stays in the forest, whatever was following you.
I'm gonna taunt it and say goodbye.
There is no response
Hmm.
to your mild bullying.
I didn't
You
notice any
pussy.
weird birds or anything, did I?
Burrs, as in like plant burrs?
No birds.
Oh, birds!
Ah!
Maybe
No,
sorry.
maybe a peregrine falcon.
Oh.
Not especially. Like, you saw like a large variety of birds that flew off like from the trees, but as far as you're aware, none of them were unusual. They were just birds. Why is
What
Travis...
was that really? What was that really depressed cacaw for?
I don't know who made that noise.
I think it was Asher. He just went cacaw.
God damn it.
Sounded like the saddest fucking bird of all time.
That's me. And the saddest bird of all time.
Did you remember to take your antidepressants today, Ashraf?
I did.
Okay, that's good.
Nice move. Good job.
Yeah. Anyway,
Proud of you.
so you make your way into town. It's a nice bustling town, people going to and fro.
Bussin'.
Bussin'.
Respectfully.
Respectfully bussin'.
Sheesh.
What would you like to do? Would you like to stay at an inn? You know the kinds of inns these towns have now.
Yeah, we'll stay at the just the slightly good inn.
Or
Yeah.
there's slightly good and then there's like good. Like there's modest and then there's comfortable. You won't
Yeah,
have anything
comfortable.
that's comfortable. That is the best
gonna
they have in
make
the town.
I'm gonna make sure to have my hood drawn up while we're in town.
Okay. Hide that disgusting scar. What does this
Don't
look
wanna
like again?
stand out.
You're like a tiger, aren't you?
Yeah, I have like tiger, special golden tiger patterns.
Because I found like a really good like icon thing that I had in just like my store of icons for when Doshi needs to dress formally, which is this. There you go. Look how fancy and comfortable Doshi looks there.
I mean, I don't look that much like a tiger. I look more like
No.
kind of like a were tiger that's like 3/4 through through its transformation.
You look exactly like that, except with a hideous scar. Look how comfortable and suave that tiger looks. God, it's a good kitty. Don't you just want to pet it? With its weird fucking human hands. Actually, now I've really started paying attention to the hands. I really don't like the hands.
You're not a hands guy.
Not on cats, no. I draw the line there. Anyway,
I thought you were a furry fucker. Oh, wow.
no. God, no. Anyway. Yeah, in that case, mark off your however much gold it is, 5 silver, I think. Yeah, 5 silver. And you spend a rather comfortable night. When you wake up in the morning, unless there's like
Feeling like P. Diddy.
Yeah.
Go outside.
unless you want to RP anything in the inn or what have you.
No, just feeling like P. Diddy.
Okay. Yeah, so you wake up in the morning and like you go to leave, you have no reason to stay. You start mounting up. As you do though, like well, not as you mount up, more like as you start leaving the town, you notice that the guards seem a lot more active. They're like stopping various people. They're asking lots of questions and what have you. But in fact, does the group want to make a stealth check? See if you can get past these guards without having them stop to talk to you, unless you don't care and you're fine with them, questioning you guys.
I think it's best if we try and get past them unnoticed. We're already well known enough.
Alright. Roll me. Everyone roll me a stealth check.
Would I get Would I still get disadvantage from my heavy armor? My plate armor?
No, not on this. 'Cause it's not like heavy armor more or less gives you disadvantage because of the noise it makes. That's not a huge
Yeah.
concern in this case. You can just do it normally, that's fine.
Wow, what a terrible roll for me.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, you're right. And Saga City?
Stealth.
Alright.
Wait, do you have oh no, you don't have reliable talent. Not yet.
Too bad I wouldn't have advantage on this.
Yeah.
Considering I'm a thief.
It doesn't matter though. You guys roll well enough. Like Saga City, the way he acts, it's not uncommon for him to draw people's eye. But Mike Kelly and you're there just go, shut the fuck up, which is why filthy half elf. That's what I'm trying to say. No, but Mike Kelly said fucking put up your hood, fucking keep your head down, shut up, don't say anything, don't move, just fucking ride your horse out of here. Which is why Mike Kelly's is a little worse than it should be, but it's enough that and Doshi, you kind of do a bit with the cleric, with Greg, just keep your head down, don't make eye contact with people, and you're able to get through the town without the guards stopping to talk to you guys.
Wait, why are we avoiding the guards again?
They look like they were questioning people.
Oh, for what?
Don't know.
And Greg's probably used to avoiding guards just on principle.
I mean, this time you didn't do a very good job of it.
I didn't.
Yeah.
That's not Greg's fault. That's my fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, waking up in the morning, you're feeling a little groggy,
I like to think Greg was just a bit more curious as to what exactly they were asking people about, so he was starting to get a little bit too close, and then Doshi went, no, doesn't matter. But that does raise the question, do people want to try and hear what they're talking about?
I kind of do, yeah.
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, let's keep an
There we
ear
go.
open.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
shit.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Doshi's deaf. Doshi is deaf, apparently. They're the guards are screaming, and Doshi's like, what's going on?
So yeah, as I was saying before, where Greg, was kind of inching a bit closer to the guards to hear what they were saying before Doshi would know you'll get us caught that way. He was able to hear a lot. It seems that throughout during the night, there were these guards from Felmore that were on patrol that were attacked and killed. The resistance is suspected, so the guards are asking everyone in town if, had they seen anything suspicious, have they seen any strangers in the town, and, general things like that. They are looking for the people that killed these guards that are on patrol. Yeah. And he also found they strongly suspect it's the resistance that do it. When they question the people, they don't use the word the resistance at all. But Arvi kind of aged a bit closer. Not Arvi, sorry, Greg. Asher, change your name from Arvi to Greg for my sake, please.
Undo it.
That's the icon. Greg kind of was inching towards these guards. They he heard the end of one conversation. So the guards were asking people, what have you seen? Have you seen any suspicious people? Have you seen any strangers? Where were you last night? What have you been doing? That kind of shit. But it's as they were finishing questioning that poor innocent old lady, they started talking to each other, and they mentioned to each other, it's almost certainly the resistance that would do this. Who else would be be able to do this. It was obviously like bladed weapons that did like the damage, or like bows and that. Definitely suspicious. Like items taken. This wasn't like a wild creature or anything like that. This is definitely like people did this. It's got to be the Resistance. That's the kind of crap they were saying to each other.
Just all at once. They didn't stop to breathe or anything. They just kept going.
Yeah, you were edging closer to them for like quite a while before Doshi finally was, "Oh shit, they come back here." Bad Greg.
No.
It's like a
Like a
child.
teacher on a school trip.
Yeah, of that. But yeah. So you guys then like make out the town. None of the guards stop you or anything like that. I think RV would also probably notice.
Greg.
Just at Greg. Fuck. Sorry, I was looking
They
at the.
even changed my name.
Yeah, but I was looking at the chat this time. Sorry. So Greg would probably notice just as you left town that this other group of guards who were talking to like a balding baker man point at the inn you guys stayed at the previous night, and then you guys are away. You're too far away to hear it, but you saw that. And the guards are making their way towards that inn. Yeah,
All right. Seems
Yes.
we've dodged a bullet.
it does.
Well, let's keep moving.
Yeah. You guys travel ever onwards. You make it to like the next town. Be on horseback in probably like half a day. It's not like a huge distance between those two towns. But I'm assuming you're just going to keep riding.
Yes.
Alright. Great. I like when everyone answers my questions. It proves that they're listening to me. Anyway, so by the time night falls, you're probably not in any town, but you're not ridiculously far away if you wanted to like catch the ferry and like cross the river to get to this town up here.
You're a fairy.
Thank you. But yeah, either that or you just like camp by the side of the road. I think that's what you guys did last time.
Yeah.
But it's up to you. You kind of travel along, and like night has fallen at this point, and you see like these other travelers, like these other merchants, and like whole merchant caravans, entertainers and shit like that. They're kind of like pulling over on the highway, and they're making their own camps. Yeah, it's up to you. What you guys do.
Let's just camp out.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Sounds good.
I'm not gonna make you roll.
Gotta lay low.
Are you trying to lay low, actually?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
And-
been doing this entire time.
In that case, make a survival check, or I suppose nature still. Yeah, as you try to find a campsite that's far enough away from the road,
Yeah.
where you won't be spotted.
So not survival.
No, I would give survival. Survival's all about like kind of tracking and shit like that as well, and that does kind of come into play here. All right. So old Doshi there does end up finding a campsite. It's a fair distance away from. My God, Travis, your keyboard is so loud.
Oh my god, you fucking baby.
It's drowning me out. At least it sounds like it's drowning me out to me. Anyway, yes, like you have to like go a fair bit off the road because it's fairly flat country here. But you do like the further away from the road you get, it starts to get a little bit hilly. And as long as you don't light a fire for the night, there's a spot where like you encourage the horses to like go down on their knees, and you lie down and all that. You can not be seen from the road. But it does mean no fire.
I think we'll be fine. Right. Just gotta get a quick sleep.
Yep. That's all good then. So, yeah, you just have a. Actually, who wants to roll for me a D100 again?
I will.
Okay. Yeah, nothing happens throughout the night that you see. Actually, you know what? My Kelly, because you're awake literally the entire time. Want to roll me a perception check? Yeah. No, like, nothing happens during the night. Yeah, it's kind of like Mike Kelly's probably a little bit unhappy because he can't brew coffee because he's not allowed a fire. He's just angrily munching on coffee beans and yeah.
Yeah.
The night passes on uneventfully. You then wake up, and you've got a fair distance to go to Loftport, probably a little bit over a day's travel. But I imagine you guys like maybe got up a little bit early, or like you rode a bit harder, or you just got in a bit late. But I'm assuming would you guys aim to do that, or would you not overly care? Like you're almost a day's travel out of Loftport. Like, would you try to get there in the day, or would you like go, nah, let's take it a bit easy and we'll camp out a little bit out of Loftport and then like travel for a couple more hours the following day?
No, I think we should just get there.
Yeah, considering the guards are looking for someone, probably just get in.
Yeah, alright, so you probably wake up a bit early then. You get Mike Kellyan to just be your alarm clock and get you guys all up, and you break camp before dawn. And, you know, without having like properly set up camp, it doesn't take you that long to do that, and you just travel on, and it's, you know, traveling by like really early morning, like it's still nighttime along this normally busy highway. It's a bit surreal in a way. But yeah, you travel on slowly and steadily. You see like these people breaking camp and joining you on the road. You like, overtake several merchants as you ride at a good trot. And then yeah, by the time like the sun is setting, you arrive back in Loftport. But I'd like to know, where in Loftport are you going to go first? Hello, kitten. Just step all over my keyboard, that's fine.
Well, Greg's probably going to report to the resistance.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably follow Greg towards the resistance as well.
Yeah. You know what? Killian and Greg, you go report to the resistance. I will return to our quarters. Just to see if there's anything going on.
Okay. What are you doing, Saga City? Who are you following? If anyone, you can go and do your own thing, I suppose.
Roman. Did he fall asleep?
Probably. We'll just say that Saga City's following Mike Kellyan then.
Sounds good.
So, we'll do Doshi first. So you get back to the quarters. It seems pretty normal. That's another thing you guys notice when you enter Loftport. The guards aren't alert or active here. Everything seems relatively normal. Nobody's especially looking for anyone. Just like the general semi-alertness of, you know, guards.
All right.
And you enter, you know, the Loftport Castle. Nobody stops you. Nobody questions you. Nobody asks you anything. You just make it back to your rooms. No one seems to care.
Good.
Yeah. Naya is there, and you know she's like just. She's just like finishing like sweeping or dusting or something or other like that. And she got, you know, when you enter, sir, you're back. Welcome back. I changed your bed sheets and Juna covers and all that yesterday, so you should have a fresh, clean bed.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
Just too short. Has anyone been to visit our quarters while we were gone?
No, sir. Nobody's come looking for you or anything like that. I'd make sure to tell you about that straight away, sir, if that were to happen.
All right. Thank you. Well, how about you go and prepare some of those chocolate-covered coffee beans? Master Mycelian will be returning here soon enough.
Of course, sir. I'll be there. I'll get them straight away. And she'll like dash out the room and go get you your chocolate-coated coffee beans.
All right. Well, I will go out on the balcony and just relax.
Sounds great. You can have alcohol brought to you, or like you can have a store of alcohol in your rooms if you like. That's fairly standard, so you can pour yourself a drink if you want.
Nah.
Okay. Anyway, cutting back to the plot, Mycelian, Saga City, and Greg. So, Greg, like you know that today, it's Blah Day of the week. So you actually lead the other two not to the laundromat, that was it, that you went to last time. Instead, you go to like a completely different part of the city, like completely different street, like in the complete opposite direction, basically, and you take them to a butcher's. As you walk in, you like you kind of like stand like at the back of the wall, and you wait for all the other customers to order their meat, have it wrapped, taken away until there's nobody else in the room. The butcher then looks at you, raises an eyebrow, like, do you want anything? And you raise your hand and you do a certain sign with your hand. It can be whatever the fuck you like. The butcher then kind of nods and then just goes back to his work and pretends to not see you at all. And you just walk out the back. You go down to like the kind of cool cellar underneath where, to keep the meat coolers underground and all that. And you move some like barrels and crates out of the way, and you see a hatch, and you go down that hatch, and you follow. That connects to. It looks like this was like secretly dug by hand. This kind of like really rough hewn shaft that just goes straight down, but it does eventually connect to the sewers, and like from there, your way. You eventually track down to where the resistance leader guy is. You knock on the door, you see her come in, and you walk in, and just by himself now, just sitting at his desk, looking like he's reading a variety of reports. I don't think I bothered to make a map of this last time, did I?
No.
No. Excellent. Then yeah, just like I might as well take it back to where is it? Player base. Just to hear then. And then just like reading some reports is this masked, hooded figure guy again that you met last time. He doesn't look up though as you guys enter.
I guess we'll just kind of I'll just fill him in on everything that occurred.
Yep. So you start reporting to him, and he at no point does he look up. Like he's still obviously reading. He responds to what you're saying though, so he's still listening. But then like he'll stop reading one document, and he'll just instantly pick up the next one while still talking to you as well. Like he's reading and listening to you at the same time. This guy's efficient. And so yeah, like when you mentioned the ring side, like he'll kind of stop. Like he will stop you guys and go, "Tell me more about those rings. Like, what did you learn of them?"
Well, all that we could really gather from it is the fact that they're used in the possession of demons. I don't know. I really don't fully understand how they work, to be honest. But I think they either hold they hold the demons or like bind the demons to the user or something like that. Or the wearer rather.
Demon Slayer.
Oh, Roman's back. Hello, Roman. Yeah, do you say anything,
will
Greg?
Explain it.
Fucking Greg.
So it seals him inside. Okay. He's still reading his document, but he just goes, Do you have any idea how it works, per se? Like, if you just had one of these rings, could you put it on anyone, for example?
I have no idea. I'm not adept at magic. I'm just a thief. So
Then maybe you should let
Pretty good
one
at
who is
magic.
adept at magic answer these questions.
I'm pretty good with magic.
well, I figure he was asking me directly, so I was just responding.
He was asking the group. He's
Well, I
expecting
was just
Greg to
stating
answer.
that I didn't know.
Yes, he's aware of that, though.
Because I took a long pause before I started reporting to this guy because Greg didn't say anything. So I
Yeah.
was just communicating on behalf of the group.
Yeah,
Greg,
Greg.
And
easy
then when he asks
communicator.
us,
Greg would say things faster because Greg isn't massively sleep deprived.
Yeah, Mr. Oh, I'll fix my sleep schedule by not sleeping.
I'm working on it.
I'm just saying,
It just-
I
And
understand.
it takes
but I'm just-
time.
Your method is awful, and you know it. It doesn't work.
It does work.
No, it doesn't. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it again.
What do you mean doing it again?
How many times have you tried to reset your sleep schedule like this?
Like 6 times in my
Hmm.
entire life.
Yeah, so it clearly doesn't work. I've never had to do this. Ever.
It does work.
Sure.
What is your method of resetting your sleep schedule?
I'll go without sleep for a day, and then I'll hold out until I should be going to sleep, and then I'll go to sleep then.
Yeah, that's normally what I do.
Yeah.
It works.
It's
Yeah, I
the
do that
normal
too.
method.
It's not working for Asher, though. He's been doing this like a week now.
Yeah,
Well,
it
it's
takes
probably
a long time.
more different for Asher just because he doesn't have, like, I don't know, a job. So he doesn't really have, like, constraint. You know, when you don't have jobs, you normally don't have time constraints, so it's a little harder.
That's
Fair.
true, I
Imagine
suppose.
being unemployed, am I right?
I know, right, Rome? It's fucking... God. These goddamn gold bludgers.
Imagine,
Yeah, uh-huh.
being sick. How dare us?
God, imagine not being
Awful.
perfectly healthy. Am I right, Roman?
Imagine
Fucking
thinking
weirdos.
you're perfectly healthy, you fat bastard.
I'm healthy enough.
Okay.
I can sleep.
Yep. Yeah, and then those chips fucking catch up to you in about 10 years, bitch.
Yeah. But until
You'll
then...
be dead before me.
I doubt that. Come on now.
I'll make it so.
Oh, I got a very happy kitten.
Who fucking cares about your cat? Anyway, let's go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
Greg,
what-
how do these rings work, Greg? Gregith?
Greg explains that the rings hold the demons, and then the rings get put on people, and then the demons possess the people.
Is
And
there...
that logically, it could be anybody who either wore the ring long enough or was not, I assume, willful.
Is there anything else required, or is it just the ring?
Well, you need the demon.
I see. And how... Do you have any idea how these rings are made, or how these guards in Felmore acquired them?
I do not.
I see. It would appear as if further investigation is required. I'm stroking my cat that's on my lap now. I feel like a Bond villain. I see. I expect you to
stroking the
die,
cat.
Greg. Anyway, I amuse myself.
Anyway.
Just yourself.
I could be asleep right now.
Oh, it's rude.
It'll
Anyway,
probably be more entertaining.
I
Could be sleeping so that I'd be ready to run D&D later.
why do I run this game for you guys? You're so ungrateful.
I was gonna say something even meaner, but I didn't. I didn't, Chris. For your
Oh,
sake,
good.
okay?
Thank you for only being so mean instead of completely mean.
Oh,
I should really
like
be
you
thanking
just weren't insulting our health. Shut the fuck up.
you. D&D is more important than health.
Oh yeah, okay, fine. If D&D is more important than health,
Not
yeah,
even I
maybe
would agree with that.
maybe Asher should be sleeping so he can rest up and make a better campaign.
Exactly.
You want me to go that far, huh, Chris? You want me to
No.
get mean about it?
No, I'm already crying. I'm already crying.
I'll make you sob.
You do. Oh,
Good,
the kitten's
deserved.
happy though.
Well deserved. You don't deserve the cats.
Oh, but she's here and she's happy.
Yeah, if she was sentient enough to know you, she probably wouldn't be.
What have I done to offend all of you so badly?
Insult
I
the
wonder.
fact that I am critically ill, maybe. Who
I
knows?
fucking wonder.
I wonder.
Oh, it's
Maybe making fun of critically ill people could make some people a little upset.
No, surely not.
Surely, no way.
No. What are they gonna do? They're critically ill. What are they gonna do?
Listen, okay?
Uh,
You'll see when you visit America, okay?
I
Put that way.
I already have visited America. I saw a lot of.
Again, you've
Okay.
already mentioned that you desire to visit again. So.
I don't know. My desire to visit America keeps fluctuating quite heavily.
Well, you really didn't get to see America for the proper America. All you did was, you did the southern stuff like shoot guns.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Proper
visit
America.
your friends.
What do you mean properly America? Oh yeah, like you've got friends in America, Chris.
No, it's to visit your friends. That's what we mostly
Yeah,
did.
that's what I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you've got anybody else to visit here but me. Okay.
No, I
Listen.
had places I wanted to visit, not people.
Okay.
Oh well.
We would have made it there anyway. Anyway,
Anyway,
go ahead and curse us.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. So you guys finished your report, and he goes, "He's on you." It's hard to tell because he's completely covered. You can't see even a square centimeter of skin or anything. But he goes quiet for a bit. But he might just be reading his report. You don't know. But then he just goes, "Very well. That is all."
Do you need anything else from us?
No, not yet. I think further investigation will be required, but I also need to think. If
I see.
I need your services again, we will contact you in that pre-described method that we discussed. Until then, though, you may leave.
I'm just gonna. I'll mention. Hey, if you need anybody to steal anything for you, let me know.
He actually looks up at you then, and then he just vanishes.
Wait, don't make him vanish. I was about to give him 100 platinum.
No, he just
What the fuck?
disappears, and then he just reappears. Goes, "If I need anything stolen, I can do it myself. But your skill set is noted and very much valued."
Okay, and then after that, I'm gonna just put 100 platinum on the desk.
He kind of cocks his head at that and goes, "And this is?" So I'm assuming it's in a sack. You can't see through the sack.
Yeah.
See through
Open
your
it. Take a look.
He'll hesitate for a second. You see him just look at you, but then he'll reach forward and he'll just tip out the contents. And he cocks his head again. And what's this about?
I figured I could help fund the resistance a little bit.
He just looks at you and goes, "I thought you were only in this for the money."
Yeah, but I thought about it. And I like a little chaos as well. Sometimes more so than money.
It's not
And
chaos
I've got
we're
a lot
after.
of money right now. Yeah, but there's inherent chaos in overthrowing a government, is there not?
Temporarily, sadly, yes.
And that is where I get my joy. Okay? Money,
see.
chaos, killing.
I see. And he'll take the money, but he doesn't say
Yeah.
anything else.
Okay, goodbye now. Let's leave.
Yeah.
Leave.
And yeah, you all leave.
Oh
and-
wait, before I leave. Wait, is Greg gonna follow us when we leave, or is he gonna stay with him?
Good question.
Greg will
Greg, are you gonna
basically he'll follow until like one street over from the entrance that you take to the castle or whatever.
Yep.
And he'll basically find somewhere that makes sense to mill around, like an inn, or if there's like a market stall or something.
There won't be any market stalls as it's nighttime. All the market stalls will have closed up. But yeah, there's inns. They're expensive inns though, because the entrance to the castle happens to be in the more affluent area. Funny enough. So yeah, it's probably not even an inn actually. It's probably like just a full blown restaurant.
Yeah, so as we're walking, I'm just gonna ask Greg for the stones back.
He says
Yeah.
no.
Give them back.
Which
Thank you.
stones did Greg have again?
And I will. Huh? He has the abjuration and the necromancy stone.
Okay.
And then I'll just mention to Greg that anytime we're on a mission together, he can have the stones for the mission. Or if he needs them urgently for a mission for the resistance, he can at least have the abjuration stone, temporarily during said mission. But he has to give it back. You know what I mean?
Right. You do remember that you have to take an hour before you can start using the stones.
Well,
No.
come an hour before you need to.
That's
No?
not correct.
Oh.
It counts as an attunement item, but you attune to it instantly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, that's fun then.
Yeah. I don't feel good about leaving them permanently with him, but if it helps the resistance, he can have them on loan.
Yeah.
I probably
basically
won't give him
what
the necromancy stone on loan, but the abjuration stone, yeah.
I basically assume that the understanding is that I work with you guys now.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like I'm sort of your permanent tie to the resistance.
Yes.
Essentially. And, on top of that, I think the more, trusting we get of the resistance in you, the more you can have access to the stones.
Mm.
That kind of deal.
You're our contact.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, you guys kind of split off there. Greg goes to wherever Greg stays in the city when he's doing whatever he does. Probably actually, I wouldn't be surprised, but it's up to you if you stay at the Church of your God.
I probably would.
Yeah. Yes. It's a bit worse for wear these days, but it's still there.
Yeah, because the thing is, one of my background traits is that I basically get free lodging and blah blah with followers of my god.
Yeah, I don't feel that would be the case. Anyway, but nothing's going to happen with Greg, so we're going to have to just pan away from Greg. Poor Greg. Such a minor character.
He's a background.
Now,
sorry?
do I get to sleep now?
Let me think.
No, you don't.
You probably could. It's up to you. If you want to go to sleep, you can.
I probably won't sleep, but I'm gonna have a bit of a rest.
Alright.
Yeah, fair.
Bye bye, Asha.
Just turn your,
Feel free to roll things for my character.
Yeah,
I mean,
roll
if
goodbye.
if your character has to come back, I'll call you so you come back in.
Fair.
Yeah.
See you.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is there anywhere I could buy a +2 dagger and or short bow?
No.
Well, there is the black market thing, so we can
that's what I
roll
was
on that.
asking.
Yeah. So, Open, you stupid thing. We'll have to double click it like 5 times.
I need to roll a D100, right?
Yes. As I try to find.
Sorry.
Let's see. You seem to roll like fairly consistently in the middle of all these things.
Yeah, it's usually like 50 to 75 is what it seems like.
Yeah, I just had to fix it, like a grammatical error. Alright, so available to purchase today is a potion of giant strength. Little kid and yeah, no +2 weapons. And oh, hang on, actually, roll me. Let me just double check something. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna have to roll. Just need to remember something. Fucking pages. Might be easier to find. Yes. Alright, Travis, do me a favor and roll for me. A D2, technically
I'm
speaking,
gonna
but
roll a
yeah,
D2.
it's a coin, technically speaking. 1. Alright, so you find a potion of frost giant strength.
The fuck does that do?
You drink it, and for an hour, your strength score becomes 23.
Ah, wow, that's
Mm.
quite high.
Yes. Lasts only an hour, though, which is,
I'll be with it's high.
What
I
other
lament.
items were there?
That's it for like the rare items. Other than that, you can buy any uncommon item.
Any uncommon.
Is
Yeah.
there a list of like uncommon weapons? Is there like a website you could send me or something so I can look through it?
D&D
You
Beyond, I believe.
generally
has that.
You can generally search like just 5e magic item list, and there are
Yeah.
several like pages you can use. Builds.
Wait, you said weapons, did you?
Yeah, I just want specifically like weapons.
So +1 weapons as soon as I can fucking find the plus.
The normal stuff is uncommon and common, right?
Um,
Like without me having to roll.
yeah. So a +1 weapon is uncommon, so you can get access to that. But yeah, anything else, afraid not. Anyway, while Travis is searching through things, I might as well continue. So, brain needs to work. So yeah, like the following morning, you guys are awake. I'm assuming like that's when you guys kind of go down to like, or at least Mike Kelly goes down to the black market, and he sees that the potion of giant strength for sale, shit like that, and yeah, he's doing all that kind of shopping stuff, but you still don't hear any news of anything. Like nobody comes to talk to you, ask you questions, nothing of the sort. Yeah. You brain. Yeah, and the day passes uneventfully. Is there anything people want to do in their day? Okay. I think that was a...
No.
I'm just still weapon shopping. So.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm looking at weapons as well.
Alright, you guys So it looks like Mycelian and Dosia are having a little shopping date. How sweet.
Literally.
Yeah.
There's this. I need you to look this up, Chris, for me, just really quickly.
There you go.
It's called the Sword of Vengeance, and I'm trying to understand. It says requires attunement, and then it says any sword. So I'm wondering if this is just an enchantment onto a sword. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically, it's like the sword can be any. Like it can be a rapier, a long sword, whatever
Okay,
the fuck.
but it doesn't say what it does, which really irritates me.
I'm trying to find Sword of Vengeance. You get a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magical weapon.
Okay, it's kind of okay.
No, the Sword of Vengeance, it's just a +1 weapon, but it's also cursed.
Yeah, but his character doesn't know that, you son of a bitch.
Sure. But if you're gonna be buying a magic weapon, if unless we're offered a Sword of Vengeance, it doesn't really make sense to go looking for one.
No, you wouldn't be looking for
Yeah.
one. It'd be like, I want to buy a sword. Oh, here's a +1 sword. And it's not until he attunes to it that, oh shit, I'm cursed.
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah.
I'm looking at this moon sickle. Seems kind of interesting, but I don't think I would want it. I really want a good bow. I just want a really good bow, you know? But it doesn't seem like.
Can't find this moonsicle. Mustn't be in the Dungeon Masters thing. Must be a different source book. So that's the thing. Like, I don't have Xanathar's guide, so until I get Xanathar's guide, magic and items from there, I'm not going to use in my game because I don't have them.
Can I get a Ring of Truth telling?
That's
An uncommon magic ring. While wearing this ring, you have advantage on insight checks to determine whether someone is lying to you.
I'm trying to find it in the book. Someone.
It's in Waterdeep Dragon Heist. It's not in the player's handbook.
Really? Fucking Waterdeep. I'd kind of rather not, because again, I don't own that book, but we also have run Waterdeep. You know what? Sure, fuck it. Why not? So try to find the PDF for it. There it is. No, that's this one. What? Did I move into here? I moved into here. Make me open PDFs. Is anyone else's Adobe like incredibly slow?
No.
No.
Okay, just me, great.
It's probably just matching, and never mind. That was gonna be mean, but then I backed out of it.
Very unlike you.
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
I said very unlike you.
Yeah. I figured I've been mean enough to you during this session enough.
Wait, what did you say was in Delta?
Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
I'm looking at the magic items, so I can't see it there.
Well, that's what D&D Beyond says it's in.
Are you sure it's on their like supplement? Because there's like a supplement to Dragon Heist.
Look, it says it's in Waterdeep Dragon Heist.
Oh no, I found it. There it is.
Right. You're just blind.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. It costs, from memory, 500 gold for an uncommon magic item. Which to you rich bastards is basically nothing now.
Yeah, I've just marked down 500 gold.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Alright, anything else that you guys would like to do on your day off? Excellent. In that case, like that day passes pretty uneventfully. Yoshi ends up buying a ring. Mycelian may or may not buy something. We'll find out later, I suppose. But then the following day rocks around, and first thing in the morning, probably Doshi, you hear a knocking on your door, like your bedroom door. I'm not sure.
I get up. Who is it?
You open the. Well, do you open the door, or you just ask who is it?
I just ask first.
You hear Naya on the other side goes, "Sorry to disturb you, sir. Just your presence is required by the arch. That's the word. Fuck. Jesus Christ, I was having a stroke. Your presence is required by the Arch Chancellor immediately."
All right. Just me or everyone?
Everyone, sir.
Okay.
I'll go wake up the others, and she'll. Mycelian's already awake, actually, so he's already been alerted. And then, like, Saga City, he's also alerted. Oh shit! You guys lied, and you said Arvia was still alive, didn't you?
No.
No.
I thought you guys did.
No, he said he was dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, or she'll like just get Saga City up as well. And then yeah, you guys. I assume you. Like she will lead you guys, but you know the way anyway. And I assume you follow her to the Arch-Chancellor's meeting room.
Yeah.
Yep. So, like you knock on the door, you hear the come in, open, and all that, and you see him, and he's done that like whole classic thing, where, like his hands are spread over the table as he like leans down, just kind of staring at a map, and he looks tired, like he's been up all night, and he looks less than happy as well. He looks
Mr. Chancellor.
He looks up at the three of you as you enter. He goes, "Come, enter. There's something that is going to be required of the three of you, and it must be done with extreme haste. A few days ago, the fort of Felnor appears to have been attacked by suspected rebels. A group of guards that were out on patrol were found dead when they didn't return. The wounds on their body look as if they were inflicted with blades and arrows, which rules out the possibility of an unfortunate incident with a wild creature. You know as well as any of us how hostile the mountains can be sometimes. But these guards were very specifically attacked by obviously sentient creatures. Various items of value were also taken from them, including a substantial amount of wealth in gold that the captain happened to have on him at the time. Like I said, we suspect the resistance group is behind this, because, I mean, who else? The three of you will travel.
Resistance people.
Yes, three of you will travel to Felmore, and you will find whoever did this, and you will bring them back here, preferably alive, so an example can be made out of them. But if not, if the choice is between them being killed or escaping, we would rather them dead. Do not let them go. We cannot let such actions go unpunished. Do you understand me?
Sure.
Mm.
But if I may ask, how many days has it been since these killings?
How many days has it been?
Probably like 3, 4 since we got back, I'd imagine.
I'm trying to do the math in my head. So it was 1,
You tell them that.
that. It was.
Yeah, it's been like 3 or 4 days since we got back from that cave.
So you
Right?
guys spent 3 days. You guys spent 3 days traveling. Then you had like a 4th day of not doing anything. So yeah, 5 days. You like 5 days ago, this all happened.
How long do you think it'll take us to get out there?
I suspect it should only take you about 3 days of travel.
All right. Well,
No.
of course, while we will be doing our utmost to fulfill this mission, we can't rule out that the Resistance may have already moved on. It would be unwise of them to stick around after doing something so abrupt and obvious.
I would assume that as well. In fact, if they had stuck around, I'm sure we would have found them already. Which is why you 3 have been tasked with tracking them down, finding them, and bringing them here, dead or alive. Again, preferably alive. But
No.
as long as they are no longer a nuisance and an example is being made of them, that will suffice.
With all due respect, sir, it has been a while. There's a good, there's an honest chance that we won't be able to track them. To be completely honest with you, because tracks could be covered. You know, was there any general specific weapons that would be identifiable used, or were they just general looking blades and wounds and stuff like that?
As far as we can tell, only slashing and piercing weapons were used.
Okay.
Puncture wounds
Yeah,
and large gashes were found on the bodies.
Okay.
There
Like I
are.
said, I'll echo the sentiments of my dear friend here. We will do our best, but I also would, I don't want to fool you and lie to you and say that, we're guaranteed to catch these guys, because it has been a while since this happened. So I don't want to make any blind promises either.
There are a couple things that could be helpful for you. Like I said, the captain happened to be carrying on his person at the time a large sum of gold.
Okay.
If you
So
travel through various towns and find individuals who've been spending large amounts of wealth, that might be one lead to investigate. But also, someone from the captain and one of his subordinates were 2 rather expensive rings with a dark stone in them. That might be worth chasing up if you happen across any jewelry store that is selling a similar such ring.
okay.
A silver
Well,
ring with
I mean,
we'll look around.
dark stone might be
like I
worth
said,
investigating where those rings came from. If you
like I
spot
said,
them.
we'll do our utmost to investigate. But I definitely didn't want to. I respect you enough to not give you some bullshit where we're gonna. I'm not gonna just bullshit you to the face and be like, "We'll get these guys, no doubt." I just.
Well, I would
There's
hope
always.
that you would apprehend these individuals. This is a
Yeah.
very important mission for the 3 of you.
Like I said, we'll do our best. But
Yes, but I will say there will be consequences of some nature should you fail.
rather fair. Okay.
Your mom's a consequence.
We don't have any magic to check these guys, track these guys down. So
And nor do they have magic to hide.
As far as we know, that is.
He's totally magic has been gone from the continent for decades. They can't use magic.
well, there was a demon in the games that we were with earlier. You know, to get to
you-
this position.
Do you say that out loud?
I'm really debating if I should or not right now.
Wasn't he around to see?
He was there to witness
game?
it, so I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, like, no official report has ever come out from, the Crown saying, "Oh yeah, there was a demon here," or anything like that. You
okay,
guys,
but we knew it was a demon.
you guys knew it, but that doesn't mean anybody
Yeah, I
else
guess I
did.
won't say that out loud, but what I will say is there have been magic creatures that we had to dispatch under your rules, so clearly somebody might have something.
Some innate magic can. Some creatures with innate magic can be smuggled in. This is true. And some magic items do still work. This is also true. However, it is unlikely that the Resistance has this. If they had such powerful items, they would be able to do far more serious damage. We do not believe that is what happened in this case.
Well, perhaps the reason that they've not been exterminated yet is because they have these sorts of items.
Potentially, but
Can't know.
it would raise the question of why they picked a rather isolated group on patrol to attack rather than making a larger statement and attacking a more secure target and then still getting away with it.
There could have been something important they were after.
Potentially. But that is why we are sending you three to find out about this kind of stuff.
Right.
We'll do our best.
We'll do our best.
Do our best.
I should
We're not
certainly-
miracle workers, though.
I should certainly hope so. And then he doesn't actually turn around to the window this time. He goes back to like the maps and the reports that are in front of him on the table.
I'm gonna look obviously like not annoyed, but just kind of like how does this guy expect us to track this shit down? And I'll just walk out of the room.
Oh, he doesn't look at you though, so he doesn't see that.
Yeah. Oh
Good
well.
thing he didn't look at my fucking boots.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but I thought
Literally, I've got the fucking bracers on my arm. Yeah.
What
Who could have
bracelet?
done this?
Yeah.
I've got, my
Literally
pocket is
wearing the
swollen with the
clothes.
gold that the captain had on him. You know.
Yes. So that's
Yeah,
the boots
I
could
wonder
look
where the
just like-
things went.
just look like normal boots. That's fine enough. Like that's not an immediate. I mean, if he was looking for it on you guys, he probably would have spotted it. But otherwise, and as for the braces, I kind of assume they're like underneath your clothes, Mark Ellion.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So
But, yeah. My fucking dropping the gold coins out of my fucking pouch.
I mean, you guys get paid handsomely anyway.
Man, it's crazy where that gold could have gone. Oh yeah, those demon rings. I mean,
Hides hand behind back.
yeah, I'm not wearing anything.
But anyway, well, there goes the kitten. She went away.
Oh man, I missed the opportunity to ask him if there was anything special about the rings.
If you did, he would simply said there were silver rings with like a dark, very dark gemstone in it.
Anything special about the gemstone?
Just a dark gemstone.
Doesn't
He's
sound
not a
very
jeweler.
important.
He doesn't know. He's not one to wear fine jewelry. Like you see, he wears like a single ring, and that is it.
Yeah, but my character, I mean, obviously he's got insider information, so he knows what the fuck's going on with those rings. But
Yeah.
you know, he can tell that the guy's bullshitting, and he knows he knows what the rings are about. You know.
Only someone had a ring to kind of detect when people were lying. Anyway,
Oh yeah.
fucking idiot. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Well, man, too bad we didn't use that magic ring in front of the chance.
I mean,
Gotta get used to it.
The magic ring in front of the chancellor. Yes, let's use it.
Like, so the way the magic ring works, it more or less enhances Doshi's ability. Like, there's not like an obvious visual sign of it when he uses the ring.
Okay, I was just gonna say,
Think of it like a passive buff. It's a passive buff it grants him. Anyway, so yeah, what is the party doing now?
Well, I guess we're gathering our stuff and setting off.
Okay.
No, actually, in fact, I want to go talk. I want to go talk to Greg.
Do you want me to call Asher and bring him back?
Yeah,
Okay.
poor Asher. He shouldn't
Yeah.
have left, but I feel like we need to bring this to the attention of the Resistance that we're now being going to investigate the crime we committed. You know?
I mean, if it's just the Resistance you want to talk to, we can kind of do a bit of hand waving, and Greg can just take you to the leader.
Yeah,
again.
that'll work. That'll work.
Okay. Then yeah, so that happens, and Greg, very kind of bleary-eyed and tired, because Greg's always tired. Greg never sleeps enough, apparently. He'll take you to like a different store. This time it's a candle store. They make and sell candles. The room smells very heavily of like various scents. Have you guys ever been to like a tea specialist store that just sells like a fuck ton?
Yeah.
Do you know like that overwhelming and rather dizzying like assault on the senses that does?
Yeah.
It's that, but with
Yeah.
candles. It's quite nauseating as you guys walk
You could
through
have
it.
just said a candle shop because that would have worked.
Yeah, that's true. I know. I did this here now because there's just one time I went to a tea store and it just really fucking stuck with me. Just how nauseated I felt.
Most candle stores usually replicate that pretty well too.
Yeah, but I just have like the stronger association with with the tea store. That's
Anyway.
all. But yeah, so
You
you got and the kind of like dizzying feeling you have only gets stronger as you're taking it out the back, and you go down these flight of stairs that connect to the sewer, and Greg takes you all through the way. And you went to the same room again, and the guy sitting there. You're not sure if he moved at any point since you last saw him. He's in the exact same spot, just reading more and more of these reports.
Well, I'm going to fill him in on the situation that we have to deal with now.
He will actually put down a report, and he'll kind of staple his fingers together as if thinking. He goes, "Oh, And do you have a plan that will satisfy this Chancellor?"
No, that's why I was coming to you for any suggestions,
I see.
because, I mean, you obviously we don't want to get any of the Resistance members mixed up in this. So
No, and we shall not be doing that. There is a number of options. One, you could... he said dead or alive. You could kill some villagers somewhere, dress them up to look like Resistance members or criminals. You can even plant the rings you still have on them to give some... This is me hesitating now. What's the word I'm looking for? Credibility. To give some credibility to your claim. That is one such option. And I would also recommend it. People tend not to question things when you tell them what they expect to hear. They expect to find Resistance members. If you present them with Resistance members, they are unlikely to question you. Alternatively, if...
I've got a bad feeling about it.
Yes, there are certain members of the Resistance, and I'm well aware that it is a common qualm to be against murdering innocent civilians.
No. I mean, I've got a bad feeling about this whole thing. Something doesn't seem right.
Whatever do you mean? I waved a hand at you as okay, continue.
Feels like they know more than they're letting on.
Oh, they are almost certainly aware that what the ritual entails, and that they were trying to bring demons into this world. But they were not going to tell you three about that, now were they?
Of course, but I'm just worried that they might be trying to make us slip up.
And what
Mm,
makes you think that?
I don't know. Just a bad gut feeling, I guess.
I, on the other hand, I think murdering a commoner would probably be a great idea. I have no problem with that.
Yes. Make sure you only kill those who look physically capable.
Yeah, obviously.
Yes.
And I'll probably stab them in the face repeatedly a few times just to mess up their appearance a little bit. You know what I mean?
Probably not necessary, but no harm in it either, I suppose. I would
Harder to
also.
identify. We might accidentally kill somebody that's, I wouldn't
Well,
say important, but recognizable.
I would also recommend you pick your targets carefully for that very reason. But also, you will probably want to pick a decent number of individuals.
Hmm.
For it, you need to make it seem believable that they were able to overpower demon-possessed guards.
Do you have any other suggestions here? Whatever your name is, guy, person.
The other idea I would have, although it's a bit more risky, in the sense that you would not be presenting this chancellor with resistance members, and therefore not seeing what he wishes to see, he'd be more likely to question what you've presented. The mountains are known to be home to not just a variety of monsters and all that, but some more, shall we say, wild but still sentient individuals. There are known to be orc tribes in the mountains, and more so on the western side than the eastern side, but they have been known to cross over occasionally. You could probably find a tribe of them, kill them all, and blame them for the slaughter of these guards.
Yeah, and we could plant the rings on their bodies too, so it'd be rather obvious.
You could also do that, but as I mentioned before, that is more likely to be questioned. Chancellor is expecting resistance members. If you show up with orcs, he is more likely to inquire as to what made you so certain, and to. It's quite possible that just having the rings might not be enough to completely dissuade his doubts.
Yeah, but if we would need a more convincing reason than the rings to have had murdered the orcs and blame it on them.
We have to keep in mind that we're the ones sent to investigate this, so we can really tell him whatever we want. As long as
you can, but the only concern is you don't want the Chancellor to be suspicious of you three at all. Even the slightest degree of suspicion can make him a bit more watchful and could unravel everything. Ultimately, the decision's up to you three. You know your situation that you're currently in better than I do. You know what you can and can't get away with. It is up to you.
I just feel like we wouldn't have a good enough excuse to have just, if we go with the orcs and they didn't have the rings on them.
Well, you would plant the rings on them. You three have the rings.
Yeah, no, because but you were saying that if we plant the rings, he might be more inclined to question us more. But I feel like if we,
No.
like, let's say hypothetically, huh?
That's not what I said. I said if you present him with orcs, he's more likely to question you more, as opposed to people who
Oh
have
yeah,
been
yeah.
dressed up as the resistance. In fact, if you could find elves or half elves, they would almost certainly not question you at all. Orcs, on the other hand, are likely to raise a few questions. Like,
Yeah.
why did you suspect the orcs to begin with? How did you find them? How did they get to where the guards were? Many such questions. But again,
Yeah.
the decision is you three to make. You may do whatever you think is best.
Mm. What does the party think? Saga City, Doshi, what do you think?
Actually, just a quick question. So Greg's currently here. I want to know, do you plan on taking Greg with you for this mission?
We could use him. But I don't know.
No.
I have a feeling that we might be coming into contact with the garrison
Yeah.
at Fillmore, and
Yeah, because we're gonna
wouldn't
go
be
into
too-
Felmore and talk to the guards and see if they, you know, obviously we know what happened, but we'll question them like we don't,
Yeah.
just to make it seem more legit.
Yep.
And we don't, probably be a bad idea to bring, a resistance member into Felmore. So
Yeah, but as long as he doesn't walk up to a guard and go, "I am a resistance member. How are you today?" He should be fine. But again, it's up to you
Yeah.
guys.
I mean, I guess that makes a good point, but I don't know if he's like a recognizable member of the resistance or not.
No,
I don't know
like,
if he's done any trouble with the law or anything.
no one's really recognizable. Mesriel kind of is, in the sense that you guys reported that you were attacked by a masked individual, but that's it. He's the only real kind of quote-unquote known member, just a masked individual. And even then,
No, my question is,
they're not sure if he's part of the resistance or not. They just know there's this masked guy who can use magic, and we don't know where he is.
okay, well, my question is, do you think the Chancellor would be mad if we brought like a, air quote, hired gun along for extra muscle?
You could ask him.
Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Well, we'll hand wave that, and he basically goes, "You will be paying for their wages. As long as you're paying for their wages, we don't care how you complete your missions. Hiring a tracker, for example," he says, "would probably be very beneficial.
Yeah.
If there's no one in your party who can already do so."
No, she's got that. He's fine.
Excellent. And if you believe you need, actually, he kind of stops for a second. Thinks they did take down a high-trained and high-experienced group of soldiers. I can understand your desire to have extra muscle. It makes perfect sense to me. But we're not paying for it. You will be paying for it.
That's fine.
And yeah,
I'm rich.
that's all he says on the matter. But yeah, so yeah, going back to this meeting here, regardless of whether you're going to take Greg or not, he steps forward and goes, "I'm personally not comfortable with slaughtering innocent people. Why should they die because of what we've done?"
Exactly. Well, perhaps we can find some less than innocent people. Do we have any
There's that. And
any
then there's
information on
sacrifice.
bandits?
It's true. We could find
Yeah.
the bandit camp nearby, potentially.
Could try and do it. He thinks for a second. He goes, "Yeah, I'm fine with that."
Yeah, and then I'm also just going to say, Plus, if we can't find the bandit camp and we don't go with the orcs and we do have to kill somebody innocent, sacrifices must be made.
I'm not so sure I'm okay with that. I would rather kill the orcs than innocent people, but the bandit idea sounds good. I like that idea.
Well,
Yeah,
I
we
just
won't
turn
be-
and look at Greg, and I'm just like, if it makes you uncomfortable, you can go home.
Okay, bye.
We're-
That's what he says.
We're not.
Wait, what does
We're
he
not
say?
gonna kill any
He goes,
civilians.
Hmm.
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 Am I the only person here okay with killing civilians?
Yes.
I don't really care.
Okay, you two are the only.
Well, the only reason I wound up in jail was because of a stupid fucking civilian, so I wouldn't even be here if it was stupid.
So now
civilian,
Mike Elliott
yeah.
hates all civilians.
Literally, yeah, no, he does not. He is not going to risk his life, nor does he care about slaughtering civilians.
Yeah. At least
Especially
billions.
since they are probably just not his race, so he doesn't really care. They're not drow, he just doesn't care.
Well, that's another option you guys could go. So, Mike Callan would simply just know this. In fact, you probably all would, to be honest. But there's like large numbers of like, or at least people tend to have the idea, whether it's true or not, that the drow and the tiefling, there's like a lot of them in the mountains. This idea simply stems from the fact that they used to live west of the mountains, but can't live there anymore. So, oh yeah, they come from the west. Is a kind of like just prevailing idea in the minds of people who just don't overly think about it. So you could probably also get away with like, if we track down some tieflings or some drow and kill them, we might be able to pin this on them.
Okay. I'm fine with slaughtering some tieflings.
You have to find them first, though. And like I said, it's not so much that they do live in the mountains; it's simply that people associate tieflings and drow with the west, and but they also know that they can't live west of the mountains. So, without ever properly thinking about it, it just kind of like shifted their mind that they live in the west, they have to live in the mountains. Then there's no like real logic about it.
I see.
It's kind of like how
I mean,
Delta
I
used to.
think
It's literally like how Delta used to think that I lived in like just a flat plain somewhere, not like surrounded by mountains. Like, Australia's like a really flat continent. Chris is
Oh, you
Australian.
don't live in the flat plains in the middle of the desert?
No, I don't.
I thought you ate sand for breakfast every morning.
No, that's a special treat.
Ah,
I
yeah,
used to
you
eat
fucking
spiders.
sand muncher. You fucking sand muncher.
But yeah, it's like
Call him a
Australia is
sand
Australia's flat.
Call him a sand muncher.
Australia is flat. Chris is Australian. Therefore,
What
Chris
did you
must live in like
say?
the flat part of Australia, which is most of it.
Also, Australians are stupid, so they probably all believe in flat Earth conspiracy since their land is so fucking flat.
I mean, Denmark's flatter than Australia.
Do you guys believe in the flat Earth theory over there in Denmark?
What?
I was asking if you're a flat earther because your land is so flat.
No. It is
okay.
exactly because my land is so flat that I'm not a flat earther, because I can see the horizon
There
at
you
all
go.
times. I can
Anyway.
see the curve.
Just a government illusion.
Well, that's
Yeah.
just because the shape
Yeah,
of your
it's just the
eyeball.
government. They're just putting up the holograms.
It's the shape of your eyeball. It just curves things slightly. That is genuinely what they believe, and that's what they say when you tell them that I've seen the curvature
Have
of
you
the
seen
Earth.
that beautiful? Have you seen that beautiful clip of the fucking flat earthers disproving their own theory and proving the Earth is round on camera?
No.
Oh, it's so good. They're like, if we measure this light and he puts the light through the holes and we can't see it, then it's probably because the Earth is round. He's like holding it at like a certain height, right? And they've got like different set of like cardboard cutouts with different holes at them at different heights. He's like, if we can't see through it, then clearly it's because, the Earth is round. And the guy puts the light through and they can't fucking see it. He holds it higher and they can because the Earth is round. And he's just like, oh, that's interesting. He's just like,
Yeah,
it's so funny, man. They're so stupid.
they are.
Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
um,
fucking flat earthers, man.
so yeah, it's up to you guys what you do now.
I
Actually,
think the best plan of action is to get to Falmore and talk to the people there.
so we've got like another 30 minutes to go. So we could end it now if you want, or we can travel towards Felmore. It's up to you guys what we do at this point.
Let's try towards Fillmore and see if we can maybe get some information on some possible ruffians in the area.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna I will say this, since we are bringing Greg along, should we wake up Asher?
No, it's alright. We haven't got much
Okay, 'cause I was
time
gonna
left. There won't be much RP here. It's alright.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, would it be a point in waking him up? Because I mean, if it is a point in waking him up, because if there were gonna be RP, I was gonna suggest we just stop there and let him rest. But since there's not going to be, it won't matter.
Yeah, it'll be fun. But, so you guys, if we go back to the map, because why not? Let me click, you bastard. Go back to the map. You guys, you set off. I'm assuming that, as per usual, you basically set off straight away. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
So, great answers from all of
Yeah.
you. So it's probably like it was like mid-morning that you guys surf because you went to talk to the resistance guy first and yada yada yada. So you travel onwards and yeah, probably like similar as to on your way to Loftport. You can either camp out like in the middle of the road, or not in the middle of the road, obviously, but next to the highway or whatever, or you can kind of push on into the night a bit and stay in this town that's over here. After taking the ferry, of course.
I would imagine we just stay in the town, no?
You do have to like travel a bit, like a bit into the night to do so, but you can.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
No.
In that case, so I'm assuming it's a comfortable inn again.
Yeah.
Alright, mark off 6 silver this time though, because one of the silvers counts like your ferry trip.
Okay.
Like taking your horses across and all that. We'll just say it's silver. I can't be asked. And then yeah, like they're at this town now. As like kind of set the inn, eating on nice hearty food. You can actually hear talk of the villagers, and they're starting to talk about these group of guards that were killed in Felmore. It looks like the rumors are starting to spread now.
Can I are they talking about it like in the innkeep that we're in at right now?
Yeah, they're talking about it at the inn you're in, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna approach them and just politely ask them if they could fill me in on the situation. I'll show them my crest, the little crest that we have, showing that we're, sent by the king.
Sure, that's a thing. Why not?
I mean, you said we had that, so
yeah, probably. They don't recognize it though. It's that crest stuff is more recognized by nobility and higher ranking guards.
I thought it would just be like a general, king crest.
Yes, but it's not the king's crest. You're not allowed to have that. Like that's for the king. And like given the kind of subtle nature of some of your missions, you basically have your own it marks you as agents of the king, but it's not like the king's crest thing. So common people won't recognize it, but
you can pick if they would choose to believe it or not.
Yeah, it's like you just hold a crest on them. They're like, oh, they've got like a badge. They must be important. It's more or less what they do.
Yeah, I'll politely ask them if they could just fill me in.
Yeah. So I won't bother RPing it. All you really get from them is what you already know, which is there were these guards patrolling near Felmore, and they were attacked and killed. That's all they really know. Yeah.
I didn't know if they had any rumors about, like, if a certain group of people did it. You know, if there's rumors about if it was a bandit camp or, like, orcs or something, like, you know what I mean? To help bolster our lies.
Yeah, so, like, the general kind of consensus is, like, people, like, go, well, I'm not sure, but I reckon it's those bloody rebels. I reckon, yeah, bloody rebels. Oh, fucking stupid fucking half-elves. They spit on the ground.
I just look at him like, you almost spit on me.
No, they make sure to step
I
away from you, but yeah.
Oh, man, I really just wanted to, you know, that would have been funny as hell. Just my character's just, like, deadpan.
We
like,
really
"Don't
need some, like, crests or something that we can use to show our status.
Were you not listening when we were just talking about the crests?
No.
You have
Yeah,
them,
we have them.
but
Okay.
like common people don't recognize it because they're commoners who can't fucking read. They don't
What,
know
we-
about them. But it's the crests are more for
A crest isn't about reading. It's a
No,
fucking picture.
no. The point of me saying they can't read wasn't you have to read the crest. It was they're fucking stupid. They're just not smart people. Is the point?
So we
But
have.
They wouldn't recognize it's a
like
crest.
the
Like,
Yeah.
So they wouldn't recognize like the royal crest.
See, again, as I said before, you don't have the king's crest or like the royal crest because a large number of your missions are, you know, a bit on the kind of stealthy, quiet side. And, you know, as they said during, like, your, the championship thing, if you guys are ever caught, they are going to deny your existence and involvement with the crown.
Well, then
So,
why the
you-
fuck give us the fucking crests in the first place?
So, the crests are the nobility and higher ranking guards. If they see this crest, will know that, alright, we can't look, like, you can't necessarily look the other way if they commit a crime or whatever, but it's like, we shouldn't, you know, go out of our way to impede them, or, like, you know, give them a little bit of help and that. It's like a little bit of leverage you have that you can, you know, wield with these crests. It's not like, here's my crest, I'm going to murder this baker because he spat on my shoes or something like that. They wouldn't allow you to do that, but it'd be a case of, like, you know, we got involved in a bar fight or whatever, you've been arrested, you could show them the crest, they'll be like, okay, you can go. That's the kind of shit it will let you do. Does that make sense?
yeah.
Think of it like you're almost like a you're basically given the same crest as like diplomats or something like that, where you have like a certain bit of leeway, but you can't do whatever you want. You don't have diplomatic immunity. But yeah. Anyway, carrying on. So yeah, like the general consensus that you get is nobody really knows exactly what happened, but people suspect, like, you know, the further south you go, like, the more racist it gets as well. So, like, as you travel along, you'll be hearing a lot more, like, oh, these bloody elves, or you're like, yeah. They can't accept, like, the good that the Empire does for them, and, you know, they you know, they're very much like that kind of racial stereotypes of, like, oh, they were just, like, fucking banging rocks together until we came along and, you know, civilized them. That kind of, like, really racist shit. But yeah, but
Lovely.
you guys, you continue on your way. Can people make a perception check for me, actually?
What?
Okay.
There we go.
So, Doshi, you see off in the distance, somewhere like to your south, as you're traveling along this road, you see a shadow kind of like emerge over a hill, and then a few more until there's about 8 of these shadows, and then they start moving towards you. When you point this out to everyone else, but especially Mycelian roll like good enough in perception that you, when they're pointed out to you, you actually recognize them. Kinda. You think these were they look roughly like the kind of same shape as the shadows that were following you in the trees when you were leaving Felmore. And they're
Are
starting
they
to
humanoid?
they start moving towards you, and as they get closer, you see that there's 8 of them, and they appear to be 8 kobolds astride wolves. The kobolds are back bitches, they want their revenge.
Bring it on.
And yes, they are just going to run you down. Let's bring up. It's like,
What if we plant the rings on the kobolds' bodies?
you can go for that if you wish. Oh, you guys don't have a carriage. Actually, do you guys take your carriage, or did you just take your individual horses?
We just took our horses.
Okay, well then
Yeah.
I'll take you to this one.
I know it wouldn't. It probably wouldn't work, but good lord.
Okay.
I mean, you can try. I will not stop you from trying. I tried.
Guys, should we try that? I think it probably won't work, but it would be really
Oh.
funny if we tried it.
Oh shit! Fuck! Just Yeah. Let me just place down wolf tokens.
I mean, to be fair, we could literally tell him we got jumped by the kobolds, and we found the rings on them when we murdered them.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's not like we don't even have to lie about it. Like we don't have to lie that hard. We just be like, we walked into the area, got jumped by kobolds, and they had the rings on them. Man, they died to kobolds. These guys must have sucked.
All right, so
I'll be like, you should recommend training those guys at the Falmore camp a little harder.
yes, those guards that he explicitly said were well trained and well experienced. Anyway,
Oh,
my
man.
hand should probably get the thing up.
I imagine if they're riding wolves, they're probably a little stronger.
Feel free to roll initiative.
Right.
Okay, I won't. Since you said feel free, I won't.
Okay.
I will. Because I'm nice.
I'm just dismounting and going into my
Oh, shit, apparently not.
draw position.
I'll draw your position. So that's what I was going to say. Sorry. Where they are on the map isn't actually where they are properly. They're probably like a good 100 feet away from where you guys currently are. So I just like roll initiative for one of them. Saga City? Yep.
Vermin.
Roman.
Vermin rather initiative.
He did, he just didn't click on his token.
You can manually add him to the turn tracker.
Yeah. I'll start that. You're the blank one now. Alright. So, the wolves, they move first, and they just, like, sprint. That's all they do. They just run down. Did you... I have to delete this one, and, yeah. Redo this. Yeah, and they just sprint down, like towards you guys as I try to find this. So they move like just 80 feet up, so they're about 60 feet away now. So I might actually be able to. Oh yeah, so now I can actually represent it on the map properly. So they're probably like something like this. And you see on the back of each one is this tiny little kobold. But that's... actually, what's the range of their sling? Maximum range of 120 feet, but they have disadvantage. Perfect. All 8 of them are going to start slinging stones at the 4 of you, because Greg is also here.
Somebody want to roll for Greg?
No, No, don't worry about it. I didn't even look up the challenge difficulty for this. It's not going to matter. He's just going to be a sponge. It really doesn't matter. So I need to do this 8 times. So first 2 will be Mycelian, second 2 will be Doshi, Greg, Saga City. So a 7, I'm guessing, doesn't hit. 3 won't
No.
hit. Doshi, your
No.
2. 4, nope. A 14 won't hit you. Greg.
Nope.
5 won't hit. 10 won't hit. And finally, Saga City. Does a 15 hit Saga City? I don't think it does.
No. I think he's
Right
got
then.
16, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They don't have any bonuses or anything?
Oh yeah, they do have bonuses actually. Fuck, that's right. That's a good point.
Yep.
I was
Too late.
rolling so low that I didn't bother to check. All right, 19 to hit was the highest. And that was like in Saga City.
So they have +4.
Which does hit.
Then the 14 would have also hit me.
Oh, okay, excellent. All right, in that case, we'll do Doshi's damage first. 1d4 plus 2. Oh wait, yes, the same as that dagger. So 5 damage against Doshi and 4 damage against Saga City, as this hailstone of stones just come raining down around you guys, but mostly just around you guys. Just a couple dinking off 2 of you. It is now Mycelian's turn.
I'm gonna throw my soul blade. They're 60 feet away, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll throw my soul blades at the closest one to me. That probably misses.
Actually, are you aiming for the wolves or the kobolds?
The kobolds.
In case that does miss, yes.
What about the wolf? Does it miss the wolf?
It would have also missed the wolf, yes.
Okay. That probably doesn't miss. There we go.
That hits, and that kills the first kobold. I will mark that. I'm guessing it's the front wolf. No longer has a kobold.
Just a question.
Yep.
Would that have, if I threw it and it went through the wolf and hit the kobold, would it have killed both of them?
Your blades do psychic damage, and no, it only does psychic damage against one. Yeah, remember, your blades don't have proper physical form, as it were. You throw them, they go into a person, they leave no mark.
Yeah, but it would have been really nice if it just went straight through him, you know?
It would it even kill both of them? Yeah, it would have. You've done enough damage to have killed both of them, but unfortunately, that's not how it works. Saga City, it's your turn.
Roman. Roman?
Yeah.
It's your turn.
Yeah. I had to do something very important. Very important.
Yeah, jacking off, huh?
Big smack.
Well, they're 60 feet away, first of all.
Yeah, you gotta move up to him.
How far is your movement?
Very far.
Well, you can use a key point to dash on your bonus action.
Yeah,
I would imagine he would
work.
do that.
And then your natural speed's 40 feet. So if you key bonus action dash, you can get to where you are. Move 80 feet.
Right, and then I'm gonna another key point.
Why spending another one? You got
Big boom.
You could. Oh right, doing your tentacle thing.
You can't do that because that also takes your bonus action.
You can use your action to bonus action.
Then you can't
What?
attack.
Yeah. So basically, you've used your movement and your bonus action, which means you only have an action left. So you can either attack just with your fists, or you can summon your tentacles, but you can't attack afterwards.
That's kind of lame. Sure, right. I'll do it anyways.
Which one?
The big boom.
Alright, so
Use the big boom damage.
they need to roll dexterity saving throws. So the first wolf without a kobold, he passes. Second wolf, what is the DC? And finally the kobold, which is the same. Alright, so
The DC is the DC is 15.
15. Alright, so the two wolves pass, but the kobold does fall and therefore falls off the wolf. Just to fucking find an icon for them now. I hope you guys are happy. This will do. Bam. Look at him there, next to his wolf. Alright. Wait, is it fall prone or they just take damage? Fuck. I actually can't remember anymore.
What?
Do they just fall prone with these tentacles or do they take damage instead? Or is it both?
They take 2d6 damage.
Do they fall prone as well?
I don't.
No, apparently
remember.
not. Apparently not.
No.
Alright, so I can get rid of that token now. And he just takes... What was the damage? 2d6?
D6.
Alright, do you want to roll 2d6 there, Roman?
Okay.
As these tentacles just erupt out of you, just fleeing like wildly. The walls all duck underneath these tentacles, which just brings the kobold into a perfect line to just be smacked square in the face, breaking its neck as you kill a kobold. Alright, Doshi.
Okay, I will move 30 feet. Come on.
You can move one tile up. Yep, there you go.
I will move. No, I won't move anymore. I will make an attack with my longbow. I'll make 2 attacks.
Yep. Are you attacking the wolves without kobolds? Are you attacking kobolds? Are you attacking wolves with kobolds?
Well, let's just go for the kobolds.
Okay.
1 roll.
Okay, that's a dead
One
kobold.
a nipple. 2 a nipple.
That's I'm going to assume that's 2 dead kobolds.
3
We'll see.
Yep, 2 dead kobolds.
Okay.
As you walk forward a bit, just pull out these arrows and just like you aim up, so the arrows like shoot up in the sky, and then arc, and then just fall down, and just land like the top of these kobolds' heads, and they just like it goes like halfway down their spine because they're so small, and then they just fall down. Disgusting. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Alright. The enemy's turns. The wolves, now without direction, are just going to mob the thing closest to them. The kobolds, seeing that, this guy's being attacked, will now instead focus on the other one. How far away are you from everything? Ooh. Only 2 of them can get to you, though. So, these guys will just like move vaguely close. I'm not precisely measuring. They're going to sling you, though. 7.
Sure.
So there's a 20. I assume a 21 hits.
Yes.
As
My
you
AC
take
is 18.
3 damage.
Incredible.
I know, right? And then the other two wolves with kobolds will run forward. You're meant to be a little bit further down. And you'll have these kobolds will just pull out these daggers, dropping their slings, and they'll go to stab you. Fantastic. There's a 7.
Incredible.
Does a 9 hit you?
No.
The wolves at least have advantage because of pack tactics as they go to bite you. Fantastic. But however, 4 wolves are now going to try and attack Saga City. Oh my god. Oh, that's 1. That's 2. Yeah, it's equals your AC. And that was it. So 3 hits, to be fair. As these wolves just like mob Saga City and start trying to tear him apart. Oh, and you also get knocked prone. Can you make a strength saving throw for me, Roman? As these wolves kind of dog pile onto you, just tearing you apart as they deal 29 points of piercing damage and you are knocked prone. As they all just like mob around you. Just mauling you to bits. Mike Killian, it's now your turn.
So cry.
Yay!
You'll be alright.
Thwack. Oh my god.
Travis, you're attacking an illusion.
The soul blade hits the DM. Suddenly, Chris starts choking to death.
Which one are you attacking? Wolf or kobold? And, you know...
I'll probably throw this at one of the wolves attacking Roman.
Alright,
Obliterate it.
it's dead, yeah.
Yeah, evaporated. It's
Yeah.
fucking evaporated.
Yeah.
Straight up fucking explodes.
No, it
Like
doesn't
the
even
Death Star.
explode. It just...
Like the Death Star.
It's atomized. It is just atomized.
It gets
It
snapped.
doesn't even... There's not even any blood around. It's just gone.
Yeah, it just gets fucking snapped.
Yep. Anyway, I believe you have... Oh, you did roll your second attack. Yeah, that does miss. Sadly. You have +8 to your soul blades.
Yes.
Jesus.
That's not even high. Like, I
I
have
know, but-
+9 to my attacks.
I'm more shocked that he's missed twice. These guys don't
Yeah,
have
no,
a high
I'm
AC. Jesus.
Not been rolling too well. I rolled a 2
Piss
on the
poor.
second one.
That is
I guess
piss
it-
poor.
I guess the crit kind of used up the other, rest of the rolling energy.
Yeah, that's how that works. Alright.
Yeah.
Saga City, it's your turn. You're currently on the ground. There is a wolf that was atomized or some shit. So he was covered in wolf dust. But there's 3 other wolves that are trying to maul at you. What do you do?
What do I do?
You can use half your movement to stand up. So I do recommend.
Okay. I'll start punching them in the fucking snout.
Go for it. That does hit. Doesn't kill the first wolf though. The second one does hit. And you've killed that wolf. And your bonus action that hits. Again, doesn't quite kill the wolf though. As you kind of get up, and you just get up swinging. You start just punching this first wolf in the face. Just bam, 2 blows to the snout. The first one breaking the snout. The second blow shooting that bit of broken bone into its brain. Just dropping it, because that's how biology works. And then the third punch, you just break its snout. But it is still currently alive. Do you want to spend a key point to punch it again?
Sure, fuck it. Let's do some more damage to that snout.
Yep. That hits. And you kill it. As you just with a roundhouse kick, just fucking slam its broken muzzle into its own face and you turn it into a pug. You pugify that wolf. and it just drops. Not from being like killed from like
It squealed the whole fucking way.
yeah, it was, but also like it didn't die because you like crushed its face or whatever. It died because you turned into a pug, and it died of shame for being a pug.
And,
enough.
breathing issues.
Yes, because pugs are just the worst dog.
They can't even breed themselves.
Mm,
They literally have to be artificially inseminated to breed.
God.
They
Almost
would
like
fall
shouldn't
over if
exist
they
in the
tried
first
to
place.
mount another dog.
Just let them die.
Literally,
Anyway.
they're an abomination.
Doshi.
Run to God. But I have the power of God and enemy on my
Hey.
side.
There you go.
Fucking weep.
He's a weeb.
I'm gonna make a Great Weapon Master attack against one wolf.
It's the wolf
Okay, that
specifically.
won't hit.
That misses.
I'll make another attack, Great Weapon Master, against a wolf.
That
That
hits.
hits. That's a dead wolf.
That will be a dead wolf.
I will
Oh,
then,
that
as a
apparently was the
bonus,
one that the turn timer thing was on. There's the kobold that's left in its place.
okay, I will then, as a bonus action, because I just killed something, make another attack.
Wolf or
Great
kobold?
Weapon Master. Kobold. The one
Okay.
that just got dropped.
Yep. It's dead.
Yep, very dead.
Yep. Yep. In fact, that is
Okay.
4 times its hit points.
Okay, I'm gonna action search.
Okay.
Make another Great Weapon Master attack against the wolf.
Alright.
That it?
Nope.
Oh.
Like how Great Weapon Master is more meant to do extra damage, and you're doing against fucking wolves who have so little health.
Well, I want to be sure that I one-shot him. Well, another Great Weapon Master attack against wolf.
Yep. That just hits, and that's gonna be a dead wolf.
Yeah.
Come on. Alright, and now I believe yes, it is now
That is... Yeah, that's my turn.
wolves and kobolds' turn. They're going to run forward, and they're going to try and take down this mighty warrior. First, we'll do Saga City's wolf, though, who no longer has advantage. Is just going to try and bite him, which he doesn't. Just now that's 1v1, and Saga City isn't being surrounded and has to watch things from all angles. He's able to easily just dodge out of the way of this snarling wolf. The other 2 wolves, however, both have advantage as they try to maul down old Doshi there. 23, I'm assuming that will hit. I'll assume they both hit. As you take 13 points of damage and must make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So, let's see. 13 damage. Strength
Yep.
save.
Yep.
1, 2.
You're perfectly fine. No, you only need it once. I can't be bothered making you do it twice. That's fine. Yeah, and I mean, regardless, they try to they bite onto you, bite your arm. They try to drag you down. You just yank your arm free, and we'll probably proceed to murder them in a second. The kobold, however, is going to quickly try and stab you with a dagger.
Bitch.
I like to think you were just completely distracted by the wolves. You didn't even notice the kobold, but he just stabs you in your armor plating. You don't even register it.
I gave him the fucking death glare.
Did you? I don't think you even noticed the kobold trying to do anything. He's just that pathetic and weak. He's wrestling with wolves. Oh wait, fuck! No, there's kobolds on the wolves as well. They also get to attack. Almost forgot about those. No, 13 won't hit. Nope, doesn't matter. You're just wrestling with wolves. There's supposedly kobolds. You don't notice any. Like Hellion, though. It's your turn. That's two
Bang.
hits.
Bang! 2 dead.
Are you going against wolves or kobolds?
Ah! Throw him at the wolves hitting Doshi.
Alright, so you kill one wolf. The second wolf, because there is no sneak attack damage on the second one, is still alive.
Ah, I figured if it was like it wasn't injured at all in any way, shape, or form.
Nope. All the
Oh,
wolves that have been
okay.
injured have been killed.
Yes.
Hmm.
There is.
Can I redirect my target then and hit the kobold with the non-sneak attack?
Yeah, because I'm nice. In that case, the kobold's dead, but the wolf isn't injured.
I feel like Doshi could probably one-tap both of the last 2 things fighting him, and most likely Saga City could kill the wolf that is attacking him. So,
Well, let's
my
find
work is
out.
done.
Saga City, it's your turn. There's a single wolf that's still trying to, maw at you. You'll probably obliterate it. Saga City?
Ah.
Oh, I was muted for that. Oops. I'm gonna roll up newspaper and go bop.
Sure.
Bop him with the most hardest slap with newspaper of all time.
Bop.
That hits. You bloody its nose. It's still alive, though.
Bop.
That hits, it's dead.
Bop.
Yeah.
Fucking crushed its skull into the
Yeah.
newspaper.
Bad dog, bad, and you beat its skull in. With a
Fucking
newspaper.
brain matter on the newspaper. He just wipes it off and starts reading it.
If you want, you can actually move down to where Doshi is and, bonus action kill another thing. Or you can just leave it to Doshi. Doshi will be fine.
Yeah, that's true.
In that case, Doshi, it is your turn. Doshi,
Alright. Oh, sorry.
your turn.
Right. Well, I attack the kobold. Normal attack.
It hits. It's dead. Well, I don't think you can physically not kill it. Yeah, you physically can't not kill it.
Yeah. I attack the wolf. Normal attack.
That does hit. It's dead. And there's just
And-
one kobold left.
Because I've killed something, I can make an attack as a bonus action. That's a natural 1.
That misses. Oh my god, the kobold that lived. The boy who lived. Anything else? Oh no, that's it, I suppose.
No,
You sup-
that's it.
Alright. The kobold, who's amazingly still alive, is going to try and run away. If you would be so kind as to let it.
No, I'm not going to, in fact.
Yeah, I'm just going to make it dash. So it's not going to.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's dashing. That means I get to attack it as well.
Yeah.
Great weapon master, by
I
the way.
obliterated it. It's dead. It doesn't get.
I mean, only
You don't-
one
you
soul
don't
blade.
get- You don't get to attack it either.
Yeah, actually, that does hit, by the way, Doctor.
Fine.
So,
I'll just throw it at its dead body.
Oof.
Don't care.
Jeez, not much of a body left. Holy shit.
I'm just saying it was a reactionary throw to it trying to run away. You know.
You hit one of the chunks that was the kobold.
I hit both of the chunks that was the kobold.
I just do
Yeah.
a fucking full spin. As
I would like to
hit
imagine
it.
that you just throw your katana at it and like spear it in the back of the head or something. You know. You just like a spear. You know, like a javelin.
No, like they aren't very good for throwing.
Yeah, but this is
Yeah,
also
but I mean it's a
fantasy, to be
fucking
fair.
kobold.
It's also fantasy.
Yeah,
If
that's
you
what I'm
want
saying. Like, you
do
don't have to be
cool
that
stylized shit.
realistic.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, you do you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I like to imagine that that's what you do. And I will continue to imagine that that is what you did.
Okay.
I,
That's
I basically do the
unconsensual.
fucking.
I just closed my eyes as he did it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look how he kills him.
I do the the spinning move from the Demon Slayer episode against the Spider Boy.
I think so,
like-
yeah. The fire?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You do that, but without
With
fire.
with the massive follow through, just
Yeah. This is real
slice and
overkill.
dice.
There's a lot of needless slicing there. Like, you're not even, like, you move like 30 feet, and you're not even hacking at it anymore. But you're still just, you're animating your little heart out.
Yes.
Alright, they're all dead, and that is probably a good place for us to leave it for today.
Yeah. Right on time.
As the kobolds who tried to get revenge for their fallen brethren get obliterated themselves. Poor
Now, one
kobolds.
question: do we want to plant the rings on whatever kobold bodies are left, and try and convince the guy that the guards got murdered by kobolds?
Can I make a check to see how likely he is to believe that?
I suppose roll an insight check?
Do I? No. Insight.
Honestly, that's probably enough of an insight check, trust me. You think that kobolds are weak, and these were trained guards. It's pretty unlikely that you could convince him. It's not impossible, though. You think that you might be able to convince him, just it's going to be difficult to do so.
I think we can do it. Should we try?
To put it in game mechanics, you'll be having like a disadvantage with your persuasion checks.
Oh, we shouldn't have disadvantage for that.
Yes, you should.
Come on! They just walked up to us, attacked us, we murdered them, and found the rings on them.
Yes, not a very likely story.
Wait a minute. I've got a better idea.
Do you
To
know?
make this more convincing, right? What if we send, like, me or Saga City or Doshi back to the king with the 2 rings and a couple of kobold bodies and be like, hey, are these the rings that you were talking about? We found them on kobolds. Would that not seem slightly more convincing? Because
No.
we're still investigating it just in case it isn't. You know, I feel like that would logically be more convincing, no?
I mean,
To send one person back, talk to the guy, and see if they're the rings. If they are, then we say, found them on the kobolds. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't know what else to say, man.
well,
There was a lot of.
Don't you think that would be
kobolds.
genuinely more convincing?
It was like an army of kobolds.
It was literally an army of kobolds. If they caught them off guard for whatever reason, there's a chance that they could have died.
Yeah, they could have been overrun easily. We were lucky that we saw them early and we were in open. You know, we were
Yeah,
in
if
an
they
open
weren't as
field.
perceptive as us, they could have been jumped from the trees or bushes.
Yeah.
Do you not think
Sure.
that that's legitimately? And I think it would cause a more convincing case if we sent only one person back to, check if it's the right rings. If it's not, then he comes back with us to continue the investigation. If it is, we just go back and solve the case. It's fucking kobolds.
Right. Yeah.
Am I wrong here? I feel like that's fair.
Yeah, that sounds good.
well, you guys think about that.
We'll end it here. We'll think about it more.
Yeah, we are ending. Oh God, stretching hurts. We'll end it here. Alright. Stop Say goodbye to the recording, everybody. The recording that nobody watches. Did I upload the last one? I can't remember if I uploaded the last one or not. You guys.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.